Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back with Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone's Warlock of Firetop Mountain fighting fantasy. In the last episode, we finally got clear of the orc barracks and we are in Firetop Mountain proper. Entering Firetop Mountain, we met an insane, holy monk kind of guy who told us that the thing we are looking for is towards the east and we should only go to the east. So we're certainly going to check that out, but I don't trust him 100% because he was more insane than a tree full of monkeys. So we will broadly go east, but if there are other areas we can explore that the game will let me explore, we're certainly going to do that. We want to check every little nook and cranny as best we can. So we ended by resting and eating some provisions, plus 10 stamina. Thank you very much. That eye is close. I can feel it. So continue onwards. Yes. And across a very cool looking little bridge here. You follow the path to the east. Soon enough you arrive at a broad but cracked stone bridge which leads over a yawning subterranean chasm. On the other side of the bridge you can see an archway carved to resemble a huge dwarven head. With no other options, you start to cross the bridge. No sooner have you taken a few steps than the floor begins to crumble. You break into a run to avoid the crumbling floor. Uh-oh, it's a skill check. Well, our skill is pretty darn good. I think we're going to be okay with this. Hopefully. Yes, we got that. Whew, okay. We escaped the crumbling floor and did not tumble into the darkness below. That would have been a very, very quick episode of Firetop Mountain. Alright, what are we going to find on the other end of this bridge? You sigh with relief. You can hear the masonry crashing down far below into the water. The sound vibrates around the chamber, and you wonder what creatures you have stirred in the darkness beyond. Should we continue onwards or look over the edge into the darkness? Well, when you stare into the abyss also stares back into you. But let's go ahead and stare into the abyss. Let's find out what happens. Let's look over the bridge. You crawl over to the edge and peer down into the gloom, your ears just making out the sound of rushing water below. Somewhere far off, deep in the crevasse, you suddenly hear an unearthly wolf-like howl. Firetop Mountain seems full of strange surprises. Well, let's get up and continue onwards. Let's not deal with whatever is down there. It's not my problem. The carved dwarven head archway looms ahead, and you marvel at its construction. The previous inhabitants of Firetop Mountain were obviously once proud of their home, as shown in this high level of artistry. The features look to have been chiseled into the rock face in a style that can only be of dwarven design. Dwarves never cease to amaze me in their skill and artistry. Well, let's enter the dwarven mouth entrance. We don't have any other options. We hop our little figurine along. Oh, that is very cool looking. Well done, dwarves. Well done. You enter the dwarven entrance hall. It is everything you expected, lined with tall stone columns that stretch into the darkness, intricately carved in the image of dwarven heroes of old. Yes, those are all dwarven heroes of old. They all look rather similar, but then I suppose dwarves can often look rather similar in their appearance. The stonework is incredible. I can see each beard hair. That might be a minor exaggeration there. Minor exaggeration, but I'm glad we're in all of this. About halfway down the hall, you notice a path that leads off to the left behind one of the statues. Should we continue further into the hall or take the westward path? Well, we were told to go east, but let's just poke our nose into the westward path and see if there's anything neat. Oh, this does not bode well. I don't like the looks of this at all. Not at all. You reach the ruins of what looks like an ancient bridge spanning the crevasse, long since collapsed. You can just make out the other side of it on the far side. There's no way you will be able to make it to the other side, so you decide to head back into the dwarven halls. That's sensible. Very, very sensible. I would very much like to head back into the dwarven halls, please. And we continue northwards and hop ourselves along. As you walk through the hall, you notice movement out of the corner of your eye. Something appears to be watching you. I have no time to chase strange creatures. I must find that eye. Really? We're just going to ignore that? I don't think we should ignore that. That's probably going to come back to bite us later on. You reach a junction with 3 different passageways. With east still at the forefront of your mind, there's only one option you want to take. Well, no, I'd actually like to check out all of them, but we are being directed east, so that's okay. That's fine. Looks like that other passageway is blocked off anyway. You continue along the passageway heading east. Soon you come across another junction. Ahead to the east you can see a wooden door. The other passageway continues north. While the passageway looks interesting, I need to keep pushing east. It looks like I'll be opening that wooden door. My character is not as smart as I am. I don't know why we're taking the insane monk's word for everything that we can only go east. I don't trust that person. Oh dear, something's in here. You head east to the wooden door. Trying it, the door opens and you enter a small room. Your eyes widen as you look around to see that the walls of the room are covered in ornate stonework. Mosaics and marble inlays give this room a kind of beauty you have never seen before. In the corner of the room is a large metal statue of a one-eyed creature, and its single eye is a sparkling jewel. This is probably what we came here for. I'm just gonna go with some basic fighting fantasy logic and say if we go and grab that eye, something's gonna try to grab us. That is a very cool looking statue, though. That is some wonderful artwork. This has to be the eye of the Cyclops. Well, yeah, probably. Kith did not give you any advice on how to take the eye. You could perhaps prise it out of its socket with your sword. There is nothing else in the room, and the only exit is the way you came in. Well, we've got to try to take the jewel. That is kind of the whole point of this mission. You approach the statue cautiously. A scampering behind you makes you flash around, but it is only a rat. You feel at the jewel, but it is solidly in place. You try to prise it off, and as you work, you hear an ominous creaking noise. To your horror, the statue is beginning to move. I'm going to tell you, Fighting Fantasy, nobody is surprised by that. Nobody is surprised by that, least of all me. You jump down and draw your weapon. The iron Cyclops cranes its head round towards you and steps down from its pedestal. There's only one way you're going to get your hands on that ruby. Battle the iron Cyclops. Drawing your weapon, you ready yourself for a battle against this strange creature. Its ruby eye glints in the cave light as the animated statue twists its neck, searching for you. Is it blind? That would be cool. I'd be okay with that. The heavy iron footsteps ring through the cave floor as it approaches, slowly at first, but quickly gaining speed, as though getting used to its new body. It raises both hands, flashing its forked tongue, ready to strike. Okay. Our stamina is pretty good. We've got good skill. Our luck's okay. Let me see what this guy's stats are. He's exactly the same as us in skill, and we've got a little more stamina. So this is just going to be a slugfest. This is going to be a lot of luck on how this is going to go down. This could go either way. And you actually occupy 4 tiles, which is interesting. Okay, let's start with a piercing strike here. Okay, good start. All right. Well, he hasn't moved. Let's do it again. Let's do an attack here. Okay, he didn't fall for that one. Can we do the quick jab? Yes, we can. Are you just going to stay there? Okay, now you've moved. Can I move? I can't move that far. Okay, he's at half health. I'm liking my chances so far. I'm just going to throw in another attack. All right. So far, so good. This is going much better than I anticipated. So I'm just going to throw down another attack. Okay, we're clashing. He's attacking at the same time. Let's see how we do. I won that. All right. Okay. He's dead. I just need one more hit. I only need to hit you once. You need to hit me a bunch of times because my stamina is way higher than yours. So I'm just going to go, sure, throw in the piercing strike. Done. Okay. That went way better than I thought it was going to. All right, good. We are triumphant. We have defeated the Iron Cyclops. You sit back and rest from the exhausting battle. Warily you approach the statue. The jewel glints in the light, tempting you. Kith wasn't wrong. The eye is certainly a thing of beauty. Yeah, let's take that jewel. You prize the jewel from the still statue, which is surprisingly heavy in your hand. You put it in your pack. Now to deliver this lovely ruby to Zagor. I'm still not sure why I need to do this, but I have to trust Kith. Surely yet more fame and glory awaits me. Or a terrible death, and we got an achievement for that. We can examine the statue further or set off back the junction. Well, hopefully this thing isn't going to wake up again, so I'm going to take a chance on examining the statue further. As you examine the statue, you notice that one of its breastplate sections is loose. When you open this, you are surprised to discover that it is empty. Well, at least we still have the jewel. Yes, indeed we do. Is that a bit of a red herring, or am I missing something? You return back to the junction. You can now head north or go back westwards. Well, west is just going to take us where we were, so let's go north. That seems like the right move. You enter another room guarded by stone statues. The statues in this room look like fearsome dwarven warriors. Are these guys going to wake up too? Because I don't know if I can do 4 statues. There are 2 exits from this room. The door to the left sounds rather quiet, while the door on the right seems to have somebody talking behind it. Okay. I need to try and reach Zagor quickly. The left door sounds more inviting. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on the inviting part of it, but we should also probably figure out who's in the right-hand door, because what if it's Zagor? What if we just blow right by the guy we're trying to find? You try the handle and it turns. You enter the room. As you look around, you hear mischievous chattering. You swing around to see 2 goblins leering at you. Before you have time to react, the 2 creatures are upon you. Okay, well, it's a fight. I don't know if I was totally surprised by that, but here we are. I see a chest over there. Maybe there's something neat in the chest. Okay. You look like you're going to move there. I'm going to do a quick jab there. And you totally didn't fall for it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Are you going to move? Let's do an attack here. Oh, you didn't fall for it. Okay. What are you going to do? Can we do a piercing strike up here? You didn't fall for that one either. You're actually not doing very much, so let's try an attack here. Oh, okay, nobody fell for that one. This is actually not going as well as the huge giant Cyclops. Alright, are you going to move back here? Are you in a predetermined position? Alright, yeah you are. Yeah you are. So that means you're going to move back there this time, and you're probably going to move over here. Except you didn't. Okay. How about... Hang on. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, no, that was just completely misclicking. I actually did not want to do that, but that's fine. Let's do it. Ah! You moved. I like the Cyclops more. He didn't move very far. How about if I attack you here? Okay, we're clashing. I should be okay with this. Yeah, totally fine with that. Let's just go ahead and attack again. Nope. How about... Well, you don't really have anywhere to go, so oh, except there. Except that tile over there. Yeah, you can totally go there. No problems with that. Oh, they're bouncing around a lot. I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, that did not end well for me. Okay. Attack. Can I just... Oh, no, I don't want to attack there. Except last time you went there, so... Oh, you keep doing that. All right, you are 100% blocked in right now, so I'm going to quick jab you. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm just going to attack. We're clashing. I should be fine. Yep. Okay, good. And I'm just going to throw down another attack. You're going that way. I feel you're going to come back. I was right. Yay. Okay, that didn't go nearly as well as the huge giant iron Cyclops did. I have defeated the goblins. A search of the room reveals nothing of any value, although an old box in the corner contains a wooden mallet and a stump of wood sharpened at one end. You mean like a stake that I might use against a vampire, maybe? Yeah, I'm totally taking the mallet and stake. You retrieve the mallet and stake from the old box, then store them in your pack. You might find some use for these tools as you explore deeper into the mountain. I betcha I will. Let's exit the room. Oh, we're not going back through the other hallway? Okay. I assumed we would go back through the other hallway. You carry on through the passageway and enter into another room of similar size. This room is splendidly decorated with polished marble floor and rough walls. Yes, it is. And those are some very sinister paintings you've got on the walls there. There are a number of paintings hanging on the wall, and a dwarven woman is staring at them intensely. Giggling madly, her hair is unkempt and her clothes are ragged. Her eyes are sunken and tired as though she has not slept for weeks. At her feet are an assortment of strange trinkets, small bones, teeth, gold pieces, bits of half-eaten food, and splintered pieces of wood. Some of these objects have been placed underneath various paintings. "Master, master, look what Domiel has brought for you today," she murmurs. Speak with the dwarf, ignore the dwarf and the paintings, or stop and look at the paintings. I'm going to go with some basic role-playing logic and say she has gone insane by looking at the paintings. That just seems pretty logical. So I'm not going to look at the paintings. I will try and speak with the dwarf, though. You ask the dwarf who she is talking to. She tries to stifle fits of giggling, then bursts into peals of shrieking laughter. Why, Thaumiel is talking to the master, of course. Her eyes dart around the room as she chuckles to herself, and she nods. The master is always here, there, everywhere. You ask who the master is. Suddenly the giggling stops. The voice coming out of Thaumiel's mouth is no longer her own, but that of the deep baritone of a man. Alexandra of Black Sand, it sneers, the great hero of the Battle of Grey Rock, come to slay the terrifying Warlock of Firetop Mountain. You realize that Thaumiel has been possessed and sent utterly mad. The poor dwarf is possessed, most likely by the Warlock. Poor Thaumiel collapses to the ground, and you find yourself dragged by some demonic force towards one of the paintings, that of Zagor himself. Run out of the room in terror or find a weapon in your pack to fight the Warlock's power. Do I have anything? Hit the painting with your weapon, hold up a jewel in front of the painting, or plunge a wooden stake into it. I love that. The fourth option is throw cheese at it. Apparently I didn't pick up any cheese, but throw cheese at it is a wonderful option. That's how I deal with most of my problems in my life. I just throw cheese at it. Let's try holding up the jewel. Maybe that will do something. Kith told you to give the Eye of the Cyclops to Zagor, and you would see what happens. This would be a perfect time to try it out. You pull the great jewel from your pack and hold it up to the painting. Zagor's expression turns to one of surprise, then fear. Then the painting swirls and becomes still. The power is gone, and the painting is just a picture of an old man. Oh, good choice. Glad I didn't go with the cheese. Zagor fears the Eye of the Cyclops. I think I now understand Kith's plan. +2 skill. Oh, yay, great. I didn't need that, but great. Leave through the north door. Okay. Got through that all right. A little worried about that one. You leave the unnerving room full of paintings and the poor, crazed dwarf. Just up the passageway there is a small alcove in the rock, and we can rest and save our progress, which is the most important part of this. We did pretty well in this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and save and call it a part for here. I'm not going to press my luck. So we will pick it up again next time with Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.